Here's a fascinating one. Ecuador are ranked higher and they've got one of the best defenses on the planet, 19 games unbeaten. But Ivory Coast are the reigning African champions. Their squad is actually worth more and they just beat France. I ran it through Claude Code. Here's the call. 5 dimensions and they pull in different directions. The ranking and the defense favor Ecuador. The squad value and recent form favor Ivory Coast. Let me break down why the data still leans narrowly to Ecuador. These two have never played each other. Not once, an African side and a South American side with no shared history. So this comes down to a clash of styles, Ivory Coast's attack against Ecuador's wall. And here's the twist. Ecuador are ranked higher, but Ivory Coast's squad is actually worth more, around 520 million euros to Ecuador's 390. Ecuador spent their money in one place. A defense of Caicedo, Pacho, and Hincapié worth nearly $250 million on its own. Both teams are close to full strength. Ivory Coast miss only one defender, Ndika. Ecuador have everyone and a big break. Caicedo was set to be suspended, but FIFA overturned it, so their €110 million midfielder plays. Half strength against half strength, basically even. Ivory Coast's headline man is Amad Diallo of Manchester United, the player who scored the winner when they beat France last week. And alongside him, a 19-year-old worth $90 million. Yan Diamand, the best young player in the German league this season. That's serious pace down the wings. Ecuador are built on Moises Caicedo, the most expensive defensive midfielder in the world, a €110 million Chelsea man. Behind him sit 2 elite centre-backs, Pacho, a Champions League winner with Paris, and Hincapié of Arsenal. That back line conceded just 5 goals in 18 qualifiers. This is South America's toughest wall. Ivory Coast have a painful World Cup record, 3 appearances, 3 group stage exits, even with the golden generation of Drogba and Yaya Toure, who never once reached the knockouts. But they're back after 12 years away, and they arrive as African champions, won on home soil in 2023. This generation wants to rewrite the story. Ecuador's best run was the round of 16 back in 2006. But here's what's impressive. They qualified second in South America, behind only Argentina, conceding just 5 goals in 18 games. And they did it after starting with a 3-point deduction. Strip that away, and they were even better than the table showed. They play in Philadelphia, and unlike the games in Houston and Dallas, this one's in an open-air stadium, no roof. But it's an evening kickoff, around 75 degrees, pleasant. So the weather isn't a factor. 56 feet above sea level, neutral ground, fair for both. This is attack against defense. Ivory Coast went unbeaten through 10 qualifiers with 10 clean sheets and 25 goals, then beat France and thrashed Korea 4-0. Ecuador are 19 games unbeaten, 13 clean sheets, just 6 goals conceded. 2 of the meanest defenses at the tournament, which usually means one thing, a low-scoring grind. And this is Group E, the same group as Germany. Germany are the clear favorites. Ecuador and Ivory Coast are fighting for that second qualifying spot. So this opener is huge, win it, and you've got the inside track to the knockouts. So here's the call. Claude Code makes it Ecuador 60%, a draw 24, Ivory Coast 16. The predicted scoreline is Ecuador 1-0, but with 2 defenses this good, expect a tight, low-scoring grind, and a draw is very much in play. On paper, Ivory Coast look the stronger side. The data says Ecuador's defense edges it. My model says Ecuador 1-0 in a low-scoring battle, but Ivory Coast are no easy out, and a draw wouldn't surprise me. Kickoff is Sunday evening in Philadelphia. I'll be back right after to check whether Claude Code got it right. If you want the score check and the next match, subscribe. Data only. No footage, no betting, just the math and the story.